So one of the top questions I kept getting in my live streams were your skills. How do I level up my expertise and what is the fastest way to level it up? As many of you guys know, I am max expertise. I do have level 30 and I have all items fully proficient. So in this video, what I'll be showing you guys is an account that was only 523 shade level and it was 11 expertise. Now this is a video that I did record a while ago and I think a lot of you guys now who are new and returning really want to check this one out. And with mule accounts officially gone, this video is more important than ever. So let's get into the video. So the first thing you guys want to do is head over to your recalibration station, right? And we have our expertise tab. So if you go through it, you can see we have all the weapons. I have 6 to 27 proficient. For assault rifles, we have 25 to 42. We have some of the named ones. You also have your specializations. You have your skills. You have your brand sets and your gear sets. Now, one thing I will tell you is your gear sets, your brand sets, your weapons, and your named items will be the ones that probably go the fastest. The ones that are slowest are going to be your specializations and obviously your skills. Now, the only way to get these proficient is by either using them, right? So you either equip them on your builds and just play, or you donate materials. So if you click on this, we click on donate materials, and typically a lot of people like doing the printer filaments because you can deconstruct mods and you can get those, or they like donating your receiver components or your protective fabric if you guys play a lot of Countdown, because you'll be deconstructing a lot. So those I would recommend being last, because as you guys are leveling other stuff, just start playing with them. As you can see, I got my minigun done, but I still have a ton to go on the other ones. But your specializations and your skills will most likely be the ones that take the longest, and then any like kind of raid exclusive or legendary weapon or exotics, right? Those exotics will take the longest too. So let's talk about how to get your initial big chunk of XP. Well, it's going to be really donating weapons. Weapons will be the first way for you guys to get a ton of expertise right off the bat. So what I recommend is you can either just play the open world and farm like wherever there's like marksman rifles, pistols. You can also do any missions, but in reality, the best way to really knock that out if you want to just focus on your expertise is really play Countdown. So you can go to select targeted loot, then you can select each weapon type. Now, what I recommend is just selecting one, and then once you get a lot of them done, then go to the next one, then go to the next one, then go to the next one. That's what I kind of did to get my initial chunk, is playing that, right? Like, so you could just play Countdown, do pistols, and then when you get a lot of these proficient, well, then you could stop, right? And then you could just do that with every single weapon. And then as you get that big initial chunk, you'll be there. You can also do that with all the brand sets and all the gear sets. Remember, you can also use the gear sets, right? So if we go here, you can see I have a 4-piece hot shot, right? Now, the more pieces you have on, the faster an item gets proficient. Ideally, I'm not going to tell you to play more than 4 because you still want to have a build that's viable. So if you look right here, my striker build, my hotshot build, my Hunter's Fury build, all of these, my Eclipse build, all of these are proficients because I played with them, right? So if you just want to get, if you have random pieces and you can make a decent build, you can play with them a little and then get them proficient pretty quick. Another thing you can do is also target farm them. And what I recommend is whatever your primary weapon is, always equip one exotic, no matter if you're using it or you're not. So if you have an exotic that isn't proficient like this, put it on. Don't just keep using this exotic if it's already proficient, right? Because you're only really using your primary, right? Most of the time. So you could do that with your pistol too. You put your pistol. So always make sure you select one exotic weapon, and that way you can get through your exotic weapons and get them proficient. Whether you're using them or not, just keep swapping them out. So if you like using a hotshot build, which is one of the fastest way to get levels, right? If you're doing those open world activities, and you put your nemesis as your secondary, you're gonna level that up pretty quick because you're gonna get a chunk of XP. And personally, that is gonna be a little tip for you guys to get that one done. So like I said, what you wanna do is you wanna target farm each of the weapons, and you could do the same thing with the brand sets if you want. You could target farm brand sets and then keep donating them. Now for the skills, we go to our menu and you look, you need to make sure that you're constantly swapping these skills out. When you get an item proficient, once it says proficient, then you need to make sure you swap to another one. Whether you use that skill or not, that is gonna be the best way for you to get that. Because if not, the only way to get those skills up, right? The only way to do that is by donating materials, and you will end up spending a lot of materials. I wouldn't recommend spending any of these, but if you have any that are 9,000 that are at cap, you might want to think about using them to bring down your cap a little bit, especially if you're not using them for anything. So that is just my recommendation for if you're trying to get your expertise up. Like if you have a skill that you don't really use, or there's an like say like the Eagle Bear, right? You don't have the Eagle Bear. Well, you can go donate materials for it, right? You can still get that item proficient without ever having to play it. So I click on it, donate, and say like I want to donate one of these. I can donate it, right? I can get it, and then you'll see as I go, it gets proficient. Now that's the same thing. As you get XP in the game, it also gets proficient. Worry about the regular items that you can get right off the bat. And now here are some tips that you guys can do to get items that you don't. You guys know named items do drop from the hunters in Countdown, and obviously every now and then. But a lot of times, the vendors, they always have 1 or 2 named items. This vendor right here always has 1. Your clan vendor will have 1. If you want to get those items proficient fast and you have a little bit of extra money, or if you just want to grab it and equip it as your secondary to level it, you can do that too. So they will also have items there. And then last but not least, the one that I recommend the most of always buying theirs are going to be the Countdown vendor. If you go over here to Countdown, these are only going to cost you 75 Countdown credits, right? So that means you go into Countdown, you play it, you farm loot, you donate it. You farm loot, you donate it. You farm loot, you donate it. And then you look right here, you have the designated hitter, then you can spend money here, get these, and then get enough of them. You need 20 of these to get it proficient. So that right there is an easy way for you guys to really get through your expertise. Now I will tell you, it does slow down a lot once you get into the higher expertise, because a lot of them are skills. A lot of them will require you to donate those materials. Like if we go to mine, right? So we're gonna go here. The Cavalier will only rank 1. We don't need it. We're gonna go here. We have boom, boom. That one's already proficient. That's not even gonna be worth anything. Cavalier, boom. And then what do we have? Boom. Anything else? Yeah. And then I think we just have mods, but we're not gonna worry about those. So then we'll go here, we go expertise, and then we just donate all junk, right? So let's go, boom, and we donated all junk. So for me, guys, I think that is going to be the best way for you guys to level your expertise. If you're new, my recommendation, just a little tip, is don't focus too much about expertise, but focus on getting your blueprints, right? So that means you're gonna do a lot of these control points. Now, all these control points are set in different targeted loot areas. So focus on hitting those control points, grabbing all of those items, and then just donating them to your thing, right? You're just gonna wanna make sure that you guys can get all of these blueprints that you don't have from those level 3, level 4 control points. So if you can do challenging or heroic control points, that is gonna be my recommendation. Do those. All the materials you don't need, you just donate them. And if you get any max rolls, then you throw it into your library. But don't waste any item that isn't max roll in your library. Just save that for when you get those max rolls. Donate everything here, get your expertise up, and that's gonna be the fast and best way to work on it. As you guys see here, we're 11 out of 528. So just little tips and tricks to get that expertise up. I hope this helps. I get this question a lot. What is the fastest way to do it? It's gonna be playing Countdown. It's gonna be target farming or playing control points, selecting everything, donating it. And if you focus on the weapons, you'll get a huge chunk of expertise level right off the bat. And then you can start focusing on gear sets and brand sets if you don't like using those brand sets to play with them, right? So just focus on like Heartbreaker, just keep playing Countdown, use your Countdown reacquisitions on exotics or on those named items there, donate those and just do that. And before you know it, you guys will be pretty high up there on the expertise level. Now, once you get to these, you just have to play with them, right? Like just start swapping out your specializations, start swapping out your skills. And when you get to those final skills that you really don't want to use, well, that's where you guys can use materials to donate them. So hopefully this helped you guys out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, nothing but skills out. Take it easy, everybody.